daily prizes for the daily winners. And first, in club class, winner of the day, Jokan Hamar, Hungary, average speed 61.6 km/h. It was really tricky for the club class, as you see, lots of out landings. That's how it can be in Finland. Variable conditions, as I mentioned in my opening ceremony speech. And then in the standard class, winner of the day, Janzik Dominik, Slovakia,
one, two, and there is not that kind of procedure. And well, he made then at the end direct landing to 08. But what Alfa Sierra did when he landed, he very quickly pushed glider off from the runway, and that was very good. Thank you, Alfa Sierra. And then for the driving at the airfield, so control your speed. So speeding is not allowed at the airfield. So for example, 7 Bravo did the high-speed driving at the airfield, and there will be some beer penalties because of that. And then several crews, they had a late pickup, so please keep your heads up for the pilots and when they are arriving that you are quickly taking them off the runway. And I would say that the I mean, the root cause for this was that many pilots, they did the short landing. So what we recommend is the long landing. So please do the long landing up to the end of the runway, because that's much easier for the crews, and it's not blocking the runway then when the lot of gliders are coming at the same time for landing. So please do that. And then for the start times, reminder that remember to provide them for the office 30 minutes from the start time. So you can't just collect them in the team tent and just to deliver all together. You should keep an eye that they are all delivered in this time slot what is said in the rules. Yeah, so this is just to explain that there's someone who did this. They did like a left-hand circuit to one to left, or that's not recommended. So it's or that's against the procedure. So it's right-hand circuit what you should do there. We need a second locker file for Alpha and Charlie 11. There are some security things we need to check out with those. And then for the motors, so if you didn't do this start of the motor for the turbos and self launchers yet, please do it today. So need to be done once during the official training or the first competition days. So please do it. And trackers are today in the standard class. This is the list of gliders. And what we noticed yesterday was that plenty of trackers, they were off, or then the antenna was covered intentionally. So keep that in mind, that we have access to log files of those loggers, and that will be penalized if you avoid our tracking system to work in your glider. So keep that in mind, because it's in the local procedure that you should take a tracker if we are giving the tracker for you. And then for the weather, Jarkko, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Heikki. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And weather for 26th of June. Okay, this is significant weather chart for Finland and Scandinavian area. There is a very weak low pressure center just south of Finland. Center pressure 1012 hectopascals. Rauskala is here, and as you can see, there is quite much cloudiness, but also very clear areas around in Finland. Here you can see satellite animation for this morning. This image 4:15 UTC. Rauskala is here, and you can see that there is a quite extensive low-level cloudiness over southwest part of Finland, but there are also vast clear areas. And you can see that there is also a narrow break in the cloud layer, and which is giving the sunshine we are having now. And in this satellite image is actually 4:30, so that's in correct time there. But you can see that this break here in the cloud layer, it's sort of widening a little bit. Then about the thermal cloud base or thermal height forecast for this day. We expect that there could be some shower development during the day to east from Rauskala, which is in blue dot here, or south. But this thermal forecast shows that the thermal height is increasing, and especially here to northwest from Rauskala, there could be some values which are between 1,400, 1,600 almost. here. But there is, like I said, there is a risk that some showers also develop here, and some of those might reach Räyskälä area in the afternoon. And also the shower risk is in the late afternoon still valid. Okay, this is the Jokioinen sounding 3 UTC this morning. Using the air parcel analysis, 15 degrees maximum temperature and dew point 2 Celsius degrees, it gives cloud base roughly 1 kilometer 500 meters and cloud tops to 1.5 kilometers or 3 kilometers. And as you can see, there is quite much energy in the cloud for the cloud inside cloud updrafts. As you can see outside when you came here, there were already some quite towering cumulus developing. Okay, this is a forecast sounding for Oripää, and which is quite in the middle of the task area, and you can see that 12 UTC in the afternoon, the liquid condensation level would be at 1,500 meters, and there would be quite moist layer, meaning that there would be some overcast or overcast development spreading out taking place. And the winds below the cloud base, they are quite weak. Northeast direction, 5 knots. Okay, then Räyskälä meteogram saying that there will be some upper cloudiness and this varying thickness for this middle level cloud, and then in the afternoon some of those cumulus will reach the top. Is so cold that it will give showers, and also you can see the probability for showers is quite big in the afternoon. And then the temperature and the dew point forecast, the temperature will rise quite rapidly to the 15 or even 16 degrees, and also the dew point will drop until the showers will reach Räyskälä area, which means that the temperature will drop and the dew point will rise in the afternoon. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so as you see, it will be something similar like yesterday, and because of the shower development in south and in east, our area of operating is limited now the western part of the competition area, and then to northwest area there. Also a little bit higher cloud bases than yesterday forecasted. So according to this, we have set AATs again, because there will be anyway a lot of spreading out cloudiness and maybe those showers as well later on in the Räyskälä area. And only club class has now this 3-hour time in AAT, and others, they are 2.5 hours for the standard, and it goes a little bit further to maybe reaching the best area of thermals today. And then also for the 20-meter class is 2.5 hours there. And then just one more reminder, we received a lot of questions related to prohibit danger areas, and now there is this altitude in brackets after the danger area, and that means the highest altitude of the danger area. So you can fly above if you are higher altitude than this, so you can fly above the danger area. So that's mentioned there. If you go to airspace file, it's there much higher, of course, because these are the altitudes we receive from our authority every day. So that's why we want to put them there. So for example, D63, there is this 305 meters. So if you are above the 305 meters QNH in that area, it won't be penalized. No, only
D61 is not in operation today.
no. All which are prohibited danger areas, they are listed here. And then today we have launches 08, and we have 2 parallel grids there. So please take care of car parking, that you are parking here on the right grid along the club class parking area, and here along the left-hand side grid. And now the tow planes, they are landing between, so they are landing here on this red indicated area here, and you are not allowed to cross this area during the tows. So the only way if you want to change from right-hand grid to left-hand grid or other way around, you need to go along this path here. So go to the public road and then drive through the public road back to the hangar area and then to the 08 left grid, or other way around. After the launches, you can go this way, but there will be a guy stopping the traffic even after the launches then, and they will let you go there. So, and then for the relaunches, when you land here, please stop your glider just before this area here, so that you are not coming to the towing area. So that's important as well. And then for the grid, we are also after the grid is closed, we will pack the grid. So we will take the gliders a little bit more tight to each other. So please help us to do that. That's safety issue, that everyone would have as long as possible runaway in use.
If you're restarting, landing on 12 left, what route do you want
how you return the glider there?
Yeah.
And you can come here like this. So.
And so all restarts will be done from 08 left.
Restarted, yes, they will be done from the 08 left. Yes, that's how it is. And then for the finish, same procedures like yesterday, and we have same finish line like yesterday in use. So direct landings to 08, and then if energy or altitude 1, 2 left, and please, you must do the long landing, so do not block the area for landing in use by stopping your gliders here. So please do the long landing. Any questions? If not questions, the first launch will be 11:30. So let's see in the grid. Briefing completed. Thanks.
worry.
Good morning, Gliding World. Greetings again from Räyskälä, World Gliding Championships 2014. Yesterday, finally, we had a chance to fly after several days of almost continuous rain. Today, we have one of the first daily winners, Howard Jones from Team UK. Welcome to the podium and
Good
congratulations for the daily winner. One more time.
Thank you very much.
Yesterday when you started your task, it was overcasted, overspreaded clouds, almost impossible. But you did complete, quite like many other pilots, you completed your task. How was it yesterday?
It was very, very hard, and I was amazed that we went anywhere.
Yeah.
But we often get days like that in England, so you just take it one step at a time.
So you had actually very cozy home-like feeling here yesterday?
A little bit, yeah. It was raining, which is always like home.
What was the typical feature of the weather yesterday? Weak thermals, or what was the
it was
problem?
very, very weak, sort of a meter often, or less than a meter, and you couldn't see very far ahead where you wanted to go, which is unusual for Finland.
Yeah, that is true. How was the cloud pace yesterday? How high did you get?
It was only about 1,500 meters at the most. Usually 1,000.
Yeah, but good enough to make the day.
Yeah, well, we didn't think we were going to get home until the very last moment. So,
like we all know, the two-seaters, the 20-meter class is for first time here in Worlds. How do you describe what's interesting? What's the point in flying in a 20-meter wingspan glider with another pilot sitting with you there?
well, this is the biggest difference. It's a very different dynamic to fly with two pilots, and my role in this is purely analysis and being a sounding board for all decisions. My brother Steve is doing the flying all the time. I think when you change the flying, it becomes difficult to clarify exactly what your role is. Whereas if one person flies, the other person can analyze everything else that's happening and get a better strategy.
How do you share the load? Do you share it by time? The pilot is of course in the real live moment, what's happening right now, but how far you are doing your tactics?
For the whole task, especially with assigned areas, I'll be planning and plotting away in the back and checking things while Steve's flying. Quite often he will ask me,
where to go?
What do you think, left or right? And I'm like, I don't even know where we are at the moment because, I've been working out other things. But it doesn't take long, he says we got a left and a right, and you make a decision, and we decide together.
So he flies next few minutes and you fly next of...
No, I do not fly.
I mean, you plan the rest of the mission after next 5 minutes.
Our brains work, he flies.
Yeah. And how much you have been practicing together?
I'd like to say a lot, but the first time we ever flew together in a glider was the weekend before we came here.
And that's when you started this two-seater practicing.
So one flight.
You are also a competition pilot by yourself?
Yes, yeah. I've done several internationals. And so it's great actually to have two internationals pilots flying together. And because our brains are always working in the same direction.
Yeah. And you find it interesting, I guess?
Really interesting. And you can share the highs and lows, and you miss less, in terms of what's going on around you. So you can hopefully produce a better flight. Possibly better than two pilots in two separate gliders.
Yeah. I was explained yesterday that one of the problem, because of the, especially the low cloud layer, were the big cackles. Did you face any problems with the other gliders?
It wasn't so bad for the 20 meter because we have a slightly smaller class.
Yeah.
So most of the time we were only flying with 7 or 8 gliders. But whereas the club class and the standard class, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. That's what they said.
Yeah.
And you left so far behind. When we started the day yesterday, it looked at least something. But when you started your task, it was totally overcasted. But you made impossible happen.
Yeah. Well.
So finally, this competition flying is open. I understand now you are busy to prepare your tasks for this day. It's again ascent area tasks. So there's going to be a lot of tactics for you.
I think so. Same as yesterday, but maybe a little better.
That we all hope.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best. Especially congratulations for yesterday one more time. Have a good day today.
Thank you,
Howard.
Bye-bye.
Until next time. Thank you, Rauskala. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
It was nice having you.